Yeah, the heat's alone. Come on.
We live.
We live.
Yep.
All right. Welcome back to True Soup Cafe, everybody. Today's topic is going to be constitutional law and maritime law. As everybody knows, the law of this land is constitutional law. For some reason or another, our government and all our public servants deem it necessary for them to go against the grain and do maritime law against us, against our will. So today our topic is going to be not going with maritime law, because in all actuality, that's treason. Treason is punishable by death in this country. And every public servant, you know, from the president on down, is committing treason against the people. So therefore, for us to stop this madness, we don't have to get violent with anybody. We just have to stop playing their game. And we have to make them do constitutional law instead of military maritime law. And the best way to do that is to shut these people off at the pass. We got to stop contributing to their bullshit, so to say. We just have to stop contributing to it. So today we have a special guest. Introduce yourself.
Brother Law, Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm Don Bucks of Plenty, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay. Okay, so everybody that's here in Indianapolis, Indiana, I'm gonna touch down on a few situations that y'all didn't know about. That's very important for you to know. So in your cities, you'll be able to look these things up too, because it's in the Constitution for your. Each state has its own individual constitution, and each state has its own set of codes, ordinances, and things that aren't law that they keep trying to enforce upon us anyway. But if you look up these codes, like in the state of Indiana, code 1-1-2-1, I say that again, Indiana code 1-1-2-1 is the hierarchy of the law in the state of Indiana. And if you was to Google that right now and look up that, it's going to tell you the hierarchy of the law. First is the Constitution to the United States. Second, the Constitution to the state of Indiana. Then it's all kind of other things that fall in play. Then the last one is English rule. But they're doing it in reverse. They're doing English rule and the Constitution is last. So in all actuality, they're committing a crime when they pull you over and talk about a driver's license. You do not have to have a driver's license to travel. That is your constitutional right. You do not have to have a gun permit. All this gun law stuff they keep coming with, they can't tell you can't have a gun, and they cannot arrest you for having a gun. Now, if you're ignorant and you just acting silly with guns and you just out here shooting people, then yeah, you deserve to go to jail. But if you're just a law-abiding citizen, you have a gun on your side just to protect yourself against the tyranny of a corrupt government such as themselves, so they can't pass any gun laws. They have no right to do so. And what people have to understand too, your constitutional rights are not something that are granted to you by man. Your constitutional rights are unalienable. The word unalienable in the Constitution means God-given. So we don't have to keep begging for them to stop standing on our rights. We have to make them stop standing on our rights. God gave me a mouth to speak so I can say what I want to say. Who gives a fuck if you don't like it? You did what I'm saying? God gave me feet so I can move around and travel. Who gives a fuck if you want to? I got to have permission to go to another country. If they don't give me permission, I can't go. If I want to drive my car that I pay cash for, I got to get their permission. I got to put some tags on it. I got to get a driver's license. And if I don't do so, that makes me a criminal. See, the reason why these people won't go by the Constitution is there's no money in doing things the right way. You can't charge people for doing what they're supposed to do. But if you take everything that everybody's doing and they're doing it by law, and you turn it around and you make it illegal, then hey, you gonna get paid like hell. You pulling people over, charging them. You got insurance. What the? Oh, you're going to jail. You got to pay insurance. Everything is a bill. It's like if you look at your Constitution, the Constitution say natural resources are free. So who are these people to tell you got to pay for lights, gas, and water? Have you ever wondered why the bottom of your electric bill or your gas bill, your water bill detaches and it comes with an extra envelope. And if you detach it and turn it over, it looks just like a check. Anything that you utilize your social security number to obtain is paid for by your social security number free of charge. Y'all better look into what that social security number is. It's a Federal Reserve bank account in your name that the government is stealing. And then when you apply for food stamps or any type of government assistance, they make it like they're doing you a favor. When all actuality, they're only giving you what belongs to you. Right. And did you really know that when you get a job and you sign a 1040 and a W-4, you really giving your job, the state, FEMA, FICA, all these people the authority to take your money. When in all actuality, by law, they can't do it. But you didn't know it, so you went along with it. So today we're going to talk about constitutional law, military maritime law, and all the things that you didn't know that got a foot on your neck. And the only reason why these people got a foot on your neck is because of your ignorance and your fears. The word no is our biggest weapon against these people and their tyranny. All we have to simply do is say no. Okay, brother.
I was going to ask a question real quick. I was going to say, for you know, a lot of people who aren't as read as you are, you know, give me 1 second. It's all.
All right, now you can go ahead.
Yeah. What I wanted to ask you is, you know, give us a brief definition of constitutional law. You know, you broke down, you know what I'm saying, the different forms of law that we carry in this state, and you encourage people in different states to look up and find out what's the hierarchy of law in their state.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you say constitutional law, you know, we're talking about something that's not state to state, but something that's more in terms of what the average man would say federal. But
So,
if you could break down a little bit for everybody what you mean about constitutional law.
Well, constitutional law, once again, is basically the law of this land. Well, it is the law of this land. Constitution, period, is the law of this land. And the Constitution, basically, you have the right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. That is your God-given right, not man-given right. That's what I'm trying to break down to you. The Constitution was written by a man of color. See, if you do your due diligence and do your research, it wasn't written by George Washington and Jefferson and them. It was written by Moore, which is a man of color, such as myself, and it was to hold these people, the colonizers, to a certain standard on foreign land, which is foreign to them, which they're so patriotic. And it kills me when I hear these colonizers talk about how patriotic they are and how they love America. America is their land. No, it is not. It's not your land.
That ain't the one that give me it's go back to where you came from.
Yeah, go back to where you came from. They quick to tell people that. Go back to where you came from. Well, go back to where you came from. But the colonizers have no indigenous land. They ain't indigenous to no landmass on this planet. Boy, y'all better do your research. So if they ain't indigenous to no landmass on this planet, you got to do that makes you go, don't it? Ain't that something to make you go, If they ain't got, because we indigenous to every landmass on this planet. That means we the original Russians, Germans, Chinese, Japanese, Asian, we all of it, Italians, we the original, all that. So all this other stuff that came later, that was because they got tainted with these colonizers. These colonizers did their thing and they fell into a whole different category. But
be a part of self-constitution. I tend to think, you know, along the different lanes, you know, like more or less like it seems like it's all game to me.
It is all game. It is all game.
Law of the land, law of the sea, you know what I mean?
Well, the law of the land, if these people would go by the law of the land, the Constitution as it's written, we wouldn't have a problem in this country. We would not have a problem if these people did. But you know why they won't go by the Constitution? They won't go by the Constitution because ain't no money in it going by the right, doing it the right way. Ain't no come up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no come up. You know what I'm saying? But people sit back and hear these. Yeah, you sit back and watch these news reports and you hear all these billions of dollars that the government is spending on this and these billions of dollars that they spending on this. Have you ever wondered where they getting them billions of dollars from? They getting these billions of dollars out of our Social Security accounts. They stealing our money. They won't give you the billions of dollars that belong to you because they're using it illegally. They're stealing your money. Like, once again, like when you go get a job and you fill out a 1040 and a W-4, you think the corporation that you're working for is paying you. They're not. You just gave them permission to dip into your Social Security number. So they're paying you out of your own pocket. Not only are they paying you out of your own pocket, they're not even giving you real currency. Fiat. They're giving you fiat. Fiat is backed by what is it? Legal tender. Legal tender. If you look up legal tender, and as far as words go, people start to download the Black's Law Dictionary to your phone, all 9 editions,
and a regular dictionary too.
Yeah, and a regular dictionary too, because it's gonna mess you up. How these people really done play with the meaning of words. The words you learned in school don't have the real meaning. That's why they miseducated you in school on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't know the real meaning of these words. So when you go into a courtroom or something and you hear the judge talking to your lawyer and they say this is legal jargon, what they mean by legal jargon, these is common words we're using, but you don't know the meaning of them for real. So they talking and you thinking they helping you, but all in all, they're great. Bend you over. You dig what I'm saying? And you agreeing to it all. Oh, okay, yeah, all right. So, it's a game that they're playing with everybody's lives. It's just like any game. If you're playing a PlayStation or Nintendo Switch or whatever game you're playing, when you through playing it, you can turn it off. And that's what we got to do to these people. We got to turn them off. You know what I'm saying?
One of the comments says, so what are some things in my day-to-day that I'm totally going without change?
Okay.
And now you need to break down UCC code.
That's T Hill. Okay. Well, that's just like I was just talking about with your job. You go to work. If you get up and go to work every day, it ain't never dawned on you that how do you owe somebody because you went to work today? Like, how do you owe? If your check was $1,500 this week, you're only gonna get $850 because somebody else took $650 out because you just owe us this. Like, how do I owe you? How do I owe you for my labor? I labored today. How do I owe you? You know what I'm saying? I can understand them taxing things you buy and all that stuff, but when you tax everything that I do for a living, anything that I do for a living, and I got to give you all the if you can't track every dollar that I make, if I don't make everything that I do public to you, then I'm a criminal.
You know, I just read an article about that the other day. They got a bill that's in the House that says that they want to do away with income tax and all these other taxes and just put I think they said a 23% tax on every motherfucker.
Well, if they do that, all we simply have to do is just stop buying things in the public period and start privatizing our own. Like, we don't have to indulge in these people, period. Like, period. We don't have to go to Walmart. We don't have to shop at Kroger. Like they are really under the impression that without them, we can't survive. Without us, they can't survive. We are the economy. We are the economy. We spend all the money.
It's our hard work.
We do all the hard work. But none of this be possible if it was not for us. But we get the foot on our neck. It's cool to kill black people. It's cool to stand on black people. It's cool to keep them at bay. It's cool to keep them down. It's cool to no, sir. No, all of this is done. All of this is done. In my world it is. So I'm just trying to wake everybody else up because, like I said, I mean, we doing things in our everyday life that we don't have to do. Like I said, if you look up the Constitution, and don't look up the Constitution as it is now, look up the original Constitution. The original Constitution is the real Constitution. All this revised versions and shit they done did, unlawful. They don't have the power to change the Constitution. Like Congress and legislature, they do not have the power to change the Constitution. Only the indigenous people of this land can change the Constitution. You better read it. You better read it. So, with that being said, once again, like, there's a whole lot of things around that we just need to stop doing. Period. Period. Demand that, start going to your job and tell them to tear up your 1040 and W4. I mean, this is just a suggestion. I ain't never had a job. I ain't never had a job. I'm not a working class fella, so you ain't got to listen to me.
So, I mean, you know what? I just called Human Resources and requested that they,
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
if everybody that worked for a major corporation or any job.
And I remember that when I originally did my paperwork, I did my paperwork the right way, so those taxes would have been taken out of my check.
Well,
I got my second check, and the shit was back in there. And I called Human Resources, and you know what? They put my shit back after I called them and made them aware of my knowledge of the situation.
Right.
They put my shit back.
And see, that's what my job is with this blog, with this whole thing that I'm doing here, True Soup Cafe. My whole thing is to wake people up to the situations around them, and we have to change what's going on right now. These people are at war with nature, and we are nature's greatest creation. So, they trying to take everything from nature and make it artificial. I'm never going to be an artificial being. They keep trying to make us artificial beings like we don't count. That's not going to work for me any longer. I can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, don't take my word for it. Look these things up. There is no law back in the IRS on taking your money. Everything the IRS doing is consensual. They keep locking you into contracts. Stop signing your name. Stop signing your name. I'm going to repeat that again. Stop signing your name. Quit putting your name on anything. But, dude, this is something else that's good, though. Contract law is non-full disclosure of a contract, make the contract null and void. So even though you entered into these contracts, that they think they got you locked into them, in all actuality, once you figure out you're being bent over and played, that contract is now null and void. You know what I'm saying? That contract is now null and void, because if the law says I don't have to do this and you tricked me into a contract because I thought I did, then you didn't disclose that to me. And that's any contract you enter into. All these rappers enter into these contracts with these distribution companies. How the fuck do you own my art and you just my distributor? Oh, well, we gonna own your publishing. You can't own anything that don't belong to you. You can't own anything, and that's any contract you sign with anybody. This whole society is built on fucking us. And as long as we keep letting them fuck us, wouldn't you do it? If every time you came around, somebody just keep giving you money voluntarily because they think they got to, because you done miseducated them, you done pointed them in all the wrong directions for so long, and you got them so scared to death to say no, then, hey, you winning all the way around the board. You know what I'm saying? I had an argument with somebody earlier today on social media, a Mexican guy. He's so proud that he went to the military. He came to the United States to go to the military, and he's just happy to be a United States tool. You know what I'm saying? And he's so proud. He'll go against his own. He said he'll go. He literally told me that he'll go against his own. He don't care. Like, it's all about him, and like that's these people thing. They separation. Oh my God, they killing us with this separation. Separation, boy. When you can separate a person from their own family, then you a bad motherfucker, man. When you can separate a person from their own family, their own culture, their own everything. Where you got these black policemen, you got black military, you got black congressmen, and ain't nobody doing nothing.
Planes,
they doing exactly what these people want them to do.
With chemtrails in the air and shit.
But for money.
For money.
Yeah.
Greed and money.
And see, this is what you don't understand. Through the history of the original people, there's never been a currency. How you going to be charging for something that nature gave you? If you invented something, then thank you. You invented something to make everybody's life easier. How you supposed to get paid for that? That the pat on the back and the knowledge of your family going down in history of the family that created this, that ain't good enough.
Right.
You know what's up with people? You know what I'm saying? You invented something, so now you're supposed to be rich. Y'all great let Elon Musk and what's his name? The other so-called richest man. You got all these so-called elite.
Bill Gates.
Yeah, Bill Gates. You got all these so-called elites. They doing all this devilish shit, man. They doing some devilish shit all over the world. They want to block out the sun because they created an artificial one. They want to fake animals. They want you to eat fake meat, fake fish, fake that.
Pull the grass up and treat it, and then ask why it's a wildfire.
Yeah, like come on, man. They killing off everything from nature, and we just standing back watching it go. Like, and we're not doing anything about it because we don't want to jeopardize that house you got. You work so hard for, and you don't want to jeopardize that nice
Everybody
car.
feel like they too comfortable. Everybody too comfortable.
But see, we got to stop thinking about money. We got to stop thinking about everything as a finance. Everything is a finance. And I recommend everybody read 48 Laws of Power and The Art of War. If you read 48 Laws of Power, they main 3 laws that hold them in power is race, religion, and financial status. Like, as long as they have these 3 things in place, then we're gonna lose every time. Yeah. So they said we spend the most dollars in the country. That's the fact. Our black women spend billions of dollars a year on hair, and we are the economy. Like I said, we
buy George.
We buy all the Jordan. We buy. If we stop doing all these things, all these major conglomerates will come crashing down.
We keeping them in business,
but we so bent on doing. We don't help each other.
We're too busy trying to stuff.
Yeah, we too busy trying to outdo each other. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like the Latin brothers. They don't gotta know. They ain't even gotta know another Latino for them to take him in, give him something to eat, get him a job, somewhere to stay. They even gonna help him buy his own house. You know, but we see another black man. Hey, get your bag up, homie.
Yeah, hey, no.
Get your bag up. Yeah. Get your bag up. Well, your bag is up. Help me get mine up. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You got all these billionaire black people, Jay-Z, all these people. Where's the black-owned chain of grocery stores at? All y'all got all these billions and billions of dollars. Ain't nobody thought on a black bank that's using real currency, U.S. notes instead of Federal Reserve notes, because we don't have to use their currency. You know that they've been killing people all over the planet trying. If you say anything about not using their currency anymore, they got to do away with you. That's what they did with the Osama bin Laden and all them. Them dudes wasn't terrorists. They were just saying we great stop playing their game. Yep. We great stop this country through playing their game. How they hurried up and they got to make you look like you the bad guy. These people, this is their tactics. They gonna put you on TV as a dictator or a molester, a child molester, or y'all part of the cartel. Or they use all these words to make people look like they the worst. But when you look at the situation, they the worst. Yeah. Y'all the ones doing all that.
Y'all kicking doors in. Y'all doing illegally.
I don't know no Latinos or no black people that got no cocaine or heroin factories. Right. I don't know no black people or no Latinos that got no airplanes. So they got a drug war that's going on with strictly people of color.
Yeah.
But I know a whole lot of white people that they got birds, bricks, they clowning. They don't worry about the police. They know the police ain't looking at them. If the police come and get them, they done messed up with somebody big. They done messed up with somebody big, and they coming for them.
They gonna be paying them off.
That's it. Now they got to do is drop a couple million. Yeah. They good. They ain't got to worry about what. It ain't even gonna be on their record no more. Right. But like I said, this is the Constitution, man. Like I'm trying to get used to this too, so everybody bear with me. Yeah. I just started doing this, so I'm trying to learn how to. Excuse me. I'm trying to learn how to watch the panel and do this all at the same time. I see T Hill chiming in on a bunch of stuff. Well, when I say Mexican and Latino, we all the same anything. Everything melanated is us. Everything walking this planet is melanated is us. The only thing nature didn't create. Come on, y'all know what it is. I don't have to say it. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is look up melanated and unmelanated. It is gonna tell you what we are and what unmelanated people are. Look it up, people. It's gonna shock you. And I ain't, look, well, like I said, I just started the show. T. Hill's asking a lot of questions. I commend you for that, T. Hill. You on my side, my guy. You keep going. But it's hard to stay on subject too, bro, because it's so much going on in the world these days, and it's so much up against us. You know what I'm saying? And our people are literally dying from can't beat them, join them itis. That's what I've named it.
And lack of conversation.
Yeah, can't beat them, join them itis. We done given up and laid down for so long. You got so many black people discriminating themselves against their own. They saying them is niggas, I'm black.
Yeah.
Or them is niggas and I'm a African American. Like, come on, bro. Like, in the eyes of a Caucasian, if you ain't Caucasian, you a nigga. That means if you're a Mexican, Chinese, Japanese, whatever. If you ain't Caucasian, you ain't shit to them. Period. So, you know.
And this is the thing that people don't even understand. Even when during their slavery, they didn't just have no blacks allowed. They had no Hispanic allowed. They had all of us in the boat.
Yeah.
They know who we is.
Anything melanated. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
category.
Yeah. So once again, like I said, we it's hard to stay on topic, but let's get back to the Constitution now. Once again, if you read the Constitution in its original form, once again, because that's the Constitution that still stands, not all this revised version. The Constitution that still stands is the original Constitution. And in the original Constitution, if you read up on your rights, once again, the word unalienable. When you hear that word unalienable means God-given, not man-given. So we need to stop begging for, please, I'm exercising my right. Just stop stepping on my rights. Stop stepping on my rights. If you look it up, Supreme Court says the Supreme Court, highest court in the land, said your constitutional right are yours to defend. And if you won't defend them, who's supposed to? You dig what I'm saying? So you know what they're saying, right? You don't have to beg and plead for somebody to stop stepping on your rights. You know, we have the right to fight back, but we ain't gonna have to fight back if everybody just stop letting them, because these people are really soft. They soft. Mm-hmm. It's just like on the Wizard of Oz. I was about to say. Yeah, the Wizard of Oz was almighty, all seeing, all this. Until you look behind the curtain, it's a puny ass nothing. You know what I'm saying? These people are a puny ass nothing. Nothing. And they can't do nothing to us that we can't do nothing to them. Period. Period. I have yet to meet a motherfucker that can't die. Period. And people always tell me, school, these white folks gonna kill you. School, these people gonna kill you. That's what the fuck they gonna have to do. Cause I'm not laying down no more. I'm not pulling over for the police. None of that. If you know me, then you know I don't care nothing. My plates on my car ain't right or nothing. Leave me alone. The police know in the state of Indiana and the city of Indianapolis, they know my name well. Well, they say I'm a threat to the safety of public officials. How am I a threat to? Because I know better. Because I'm not going to let you bother me. And I done told them several times, I will defend myself. You know what I'm saying? They just so-called passed some kind of law here in the state of Indiana. If a public servant comes into contact with you unconstitutionally, you have the right to defend yourself. That's a setup. Because what the police is gonna use is every time they encounter somebody like me, they were scared. Yeah. But why are you afraid if you ain't doing something unconstitutional? But that's the excuse they great start using. Ain't nobody in Indianapolis paying attention to how many police shootings end up being since the new year. Not people shooting the police shooting people. Ever since the 2023 came in the city of Indianapolis, they've been popping motherfuckers
left and right
a couple times a week, but that ain't making national news, is it?
For no reason.
You dig?
Walking up on the car just
because their excuses, they scared. They scared. That's their excuse.
You take a job and be scared of protecting. You're supposed to be a protector.
But if you're in fear, you're only in fear for one reason. You're in fear because you're doing the wrong shit. Because these people is under the assumption that that badge gives them the authority to do whatever they want to do, to whoever they want to do it to. And all you supposed to do is bow down and take it. If you try to defend yourself, that automatically makes you the criminal. If you try to stand up for yourself, that automatically makes you the criminal. If you don't comply, that automatically makes you the criminal. Did you hear all these during the George Floyd shooting and all the killing and all that? You had Oprah Winfrey and all these people, all these so-called black people, just comply, just do what they say. Well, damn, are you watching TV? People is complying and still dying. Right? Yes, you hands up, they killing you the whole 9 yards. So the whole thing is they letting us know that they don't care what we do. It's either do what they say or die. Like they say during voting time, vote or die. Don't nobody be listening when these people say that? Vote or die. They saying vote or die because if nobody goes out there, if the majority of the people don't vote, then the government automatically shuts down. They need the majority of the country, the majority of each state to at least register to vote, whether you Republican, Democrat, or neutral. As long as they got you to register to vote, they win. Because once again, if you look up in the Black's Law Dictionary what vote is or what a voter is an ignorant person that can't handle their own affairs on their own, and they're appointing someone else to handle it for them. I don't know about you, my people, but are you paying attention to how they handling business for us? They going all over the world starting shit, and then want us to fight the battle. They start the shit, and then they want the people to fight the battle. And they sit back and watch the battle from home with their kids and family members. They family members don't have to go off to war. They want the people to go fight their battle. You dig what I'm saying? Because if you don't do that, then you ain't patriotic. Whoa, boy, y'all better stop.
The way they live, all the presidents is kin to each
other. Yeah, it's like people that think they done really voted somebody in the office. Well, if you really voted somebody in the office, boy, show it. How every president in this country has been family members aside for two.
Right.
And we just keep voting for that same family, huh? That same family, they the only family that's president material. Ain't nobody else fit for president, huh? Nowhere. And then this is what's messing me up too. Why do you have to be a rich person to be president?
Exactly.
Why just say average Joe can't be president? Why everybody got what makes everybody think because you got money, that means you know better. You know what's best for everybody. If you're successful and you got a lot of finance and you know exactly what's good for everyone. You got it, buddy. You know the right way to go. No. No. See, they can't let no average Joe be president because the average Joe might change things. Because it ain't really about money. It's all about right or wrong. It ain't even about race. Don't get this podcast as something racist against white people. Like I said, this is called Truth Soup Cafe. We're only dealing with the facts. And if you do your research, boy, these Caucasians has been a mother. I can't find nothing good that they ever brought to this planet or to the world, period.
Yeah.
Everything has been, but I looked at a seminar the other day, a Dr. Sebi seminar, and he said we can't fault Caucasians for what they doing. They just following the first rule of nature, self-preservation, because they know their life expectancy is small. That's why they taint everybody else's life expectancy. They got to poison the food. They got to do all that because in our history we lived for 500, 600, 700 years.
But the bad thing about
how we dying off at 30 and 40 from heart congestion, heart failure. That's because we eating all this bullshit.
But the bad thing about it still go back to us because we still help them. At the end of the day, we got people like us working behind the scenes with them.
Exactly. So their greatest weapon is us against us. Period. If they didn't have, if you do the history, they've always used black people against black people or any race, any race they encounter. They draw in some that they can get them on their team, and then they go at it. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's hard to fight your own, but if you fighting your own, you don't know who to look out for. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. It's easy to see that Caucasian coming. Yeah. You don't know what to expect when you see your own coming. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's like you get pulled over by a black cop. You expected to get some type of leniency. He gonna do you worse than the white cop. Because he done gave into the slave mentality, so he mad at you because you ain't. You niggas ain't shit. Come on, man. I got an uncle that was a cop, and he said I was uncivilized, man. That was the most, that cracked me up, man. I'm uncivilized because I ain't listening to you. Like, come on, man. Like, that tore me up, man. It still messed me up to this day, man. I laugh every time, man. Uncivilized. Wow. So I'm uncivilized if I don't bow down and let a motherfucker tell me what to do, and that just makes me uncivilized. I'm savage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow. But like I said, man, I indulge everybody to study the Constitution, man. Get it under your belt. And really, it ain't even about Constitution. Like I said, it's really, let's deal with the facts and let's deal with common sense. Like, what job occupation gives a motherfucker the right to kill you or do what they want to do to you? Like, how does a job like that exist? And why does it exist? You know what I'm saying? And why do we tolerate it? Like, how the fuck are we gonna let somebody, because he's in the military, so he got the right to go over here to other countries and kill all these people that ain't did nothing to him. His government just sent him over there, and he's being trained, like you said, to just follow orders. Don't ask why. Just go over there and kill everybody in that village because I said so. Because I said they the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Go do it. And if you ask why, then we gonna do something to you. We gonna do something to you. You dig what I'm saying? But then you got these military people coming back, and they so proud. They proud. I'm a proud Marine. I'm a proud Army. I'm a proud Navy. I'm a proud. You a proud killer? You a proud murderer? What? Serial killer. Yeah, you proud and I'm patriotic. Like what? What the hell? You're a murderer, dude. There is no reason for nobody to take another person's life. Period. Murder is murder. There is no pass for murder. Like you don't get a pass because you're in the military. You don't get a pass because you got a badge on your shoulder. You don't get a pass. Like that's conspiracy to murder, ain't it? Yeah. If I send you to go kill somebody, I'm the motherfucker to set that in play, right? So these people is committing crimes. Yeah. Here I'm gonna send a whole squad of people over here to Egypt and kill everybody. Don't ask why, just because I said so. Go over here to Saudi Arabia and their country and tell them to stop being Muslims and start being Christians and tell their women they ain't got to start down. You don't have to bow down to your man like they did our women. Yeah, our women look at us in this country like we ain't shit. Like they done brainwash them into thinking that a black man ain't nothing. He's supposed to bow down to you. You know what I'm saying? And if you really want to live a good life, and you want the white picket fence, and you want to live the good life, you go get you a white man. Y'all ain't paying attention to the TV now. They got more interracial relationships on TV than anything. That used to be against the law, wasn't it? Now they promote it. You know what I'm saying? They promote it. Like, damn, bro. Like, wow, it's a drastic change.
Because they trying to keep the for one, they trying to keep, like you said, it ain't about race, but we all know why. They're trying to keep the bloodline strengthened. It's there. If not too long with people mixing, they won't be here. The sun is our energy. So down the line, our energy goes into them if we keep mixing with these people. Yeah. But we can't fault people for who they like.
Yeah. Well,
but
like I said, people need to start doing their more due diligence on what's going on around them and stop going with the flow of this society. The way this society is set up is everybody just walking into the blind darkness, man. And everybody just got a hand on the man in front of them shoulder, just following them on in. You know what I'm saying? And no, we can't keep doing that, man.
Look at the website. Yeah, everything say follow.
Yeah, we got to stop doing that, man. We got to stop worrying about finance. And then everybody keep talking about everybody promote black business. Well, shit, like, yeah, we can promote black business and we can do black business with each other, but damn, we got to stop trying to peel each other's cap. We so greedy. We've been put in the state of mind that money means everything. Money means everything. Money means nothing. Nothing. Peace of mind means everything. It's priceless. Health is priceless. All of that fuck a motherfucking bank account. Fuck some motherfucking money. You dig what I'm saying? And if you work for a major corporation, wouldn't it be better if you, instead of being an employee, you was a stockholder? That's the way it's supposed to go if you didn't know. But everybody that work for these major corporations like Chrysler, Rolls-Royce, and all that, you're not supposed. It is supposed to be against the law for someone outside that company to own stock. Everybody that works there is supposed to own stock in that company. You're supposed to have some type of stock. You're supposed to be a part owner. Like once again, like I said, all you got to do is look this shit up, man. They're not even paying you, bro. They paying you out of your own Social Security number, out of your own Social Security account. Everybody bragging about they get paid $40 an hour, $50 an hour. No, you don't, stupid.
You're getting paid nothing.
You get paid nothing, stupid. Nothing. So stop being stupid, because people get mad when I call them stupid, but I used to be stupid too, but I'm not stupid anymore. Like, you dig what I'm saying? These people don't like me because I'm not stupid anymore. And not only am I not stupid anymore, I ain't scared at all. Because before my grandkids and kids see me bow down on my knees in front of a motherfucker ever again, bro, they gonna see me dead to the motherfucker, bro. Because I refuse. I'm not gonna do it. I do not comply to a government. I do not comply to no authority over me. I do not vote, so I didn't consent or to comply to any of it. You dig what I'm saying? See, that's what they don't want to tell you. Like the people that don't vote, we're nobody to society because you didn't comply to the situation. That's how they got it. Like the problem is people that don't vote. No, the problem is the people that keep running out to vote. Because if your dumb ass stop voting, because I don't know a politician that got the people's well-being in mind
anyway
ever. Like they say all kind of shit in they campaigns. Then tell me one motherfucker that stood on anything that they said on their campaign. Oh wait. Okay, back to the situation. But anyway, like I said, we just have to stop listening to these people, man. Stop. Like I said, if you got a job, I ain't never had a job, but I know people that done went to work and done this. So go to HR, tell them you do not consent to the 1040 and W-4 anymore. Tear that shit up. You did. Tear that shit up. Now they're gonna have to start paying you real currency for your labor. Now State FEMA and FICA and them, they're gonna have to sit their ass down. The IRS, they're gonna have to sit their ass down. Everybody gonna be out your pocket. You dig? Everybody will be out your pocket. And then as far as business goes, they can't make you tax nobody. They can't make you tax your goods. They can't make you do any of that. Once again, if we start doing business on our own instead of going with like you don't have to go get a tax ID number to do business. You just consented to pay taxes again. Like when you buy a house, you don't have to you don't have to go to the county assessor's office and fill out tax paperwork. Look it up. It's in the law. They're making themselves third party to a transaction. If I buy a house from him, what do the state got to do with it? Right. If I buy a car from him, what do the DMV got to do with it? They want to know how much you paid for it so they can tax you. What the fuck? Like, come on, man. None of this seems like bullshit to you.
It seems like they all in our private.
But the thing is, though, it don't seem like bullshit to you because you've been trained not to use your common sense. All people simply have to do is start using their common fucking sense. It don't got nothing to do with the law. It don't got nothing to do with no fucking books. It don't got nothing to do with no motherfucking police. It don't have nothing to do with no government. If you start using your goddamn common sense, then you can say fuck you and get the fuck out of my face. And what can they do? What can they do?
More of us than you.
That you can't do back to them. And once again, if you look up, I do my research. With every military on this planet together, the people still outnumber them 25-1. So I don't know what we're scared of. You know, these people are really, like I said, weak as fuck. You know what I'm saying? They're weak as fuck. Ain't nothing they can do to nobody. They can only do something to you if you allow them to do so. Once again, like I said, I'm telling you, if you hear it from my mouth and whoever's listening, you can spread the word. I give two fucks about the police. I don't care nothing about the government. Ain't no police, the feds, the FBI, CIA, all that shit is fictitious. I give no one authority over me. Period.
Just like the buses school bus, all that shit. All this is public shit. Why do people gotta pay to get on the bus? A public bus, $4 or $5 to get on the bus. What?
But that's what you're supposed to be paying taxes for.
What?
You're supposed to be paying taxes for public transportation. You're supposed to be paying taxes to fix the streets. You're supposed to be paying taxes to keep the highways.
I want to buy trucks and what I'm
good. Yeah, y'all want to keep buying new cars and more dogs and more tanks and more bullets and more. What the fuck? Like, but y'all closing schools. Y'all making it hard for people even to go to the hospital. You can't even go to the hospital these days. We supposedly live in the greatest country on earth, but healthcare costs you. If you sick and ain't got no money, you're a dead motherfucker. Like, come on, bro. But a doctor takes a Hippocratic oath. A doctor takes a Hippocratic oath to see. He's supposed to give anybody medical care, whether they rich, poor, black, white, whatever they are. He's supposed to give them medical care. You can't turn nobody away. But damn, you go to a hospital, they ain't trying to see you unless you fill out the paperwork. And if you don't fill out the paperwork, and we don't got no way of being paid, then we don't have to see you. But that means you going against everything that you do. Yeah, everything that you being a doctor ain't supposed to be about a finance. It's supposed to be about you caring about people's health. But the pharmaceutical companies is killing more motherfuckers than any dope dealer in the motherfucking world that I know. If you look it up, pharmaceutical companies and they pills and medications is killing way more people than crack, cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin. What? Come on, bro. I know more people strung out on Percocets, Darvocets, all these, what do they call them? Over-the-counter drugs. They more strung out on over-the-counter drugs than any type of street drug. But you don't see, they ain't kicking down the doors of Eli Lilly and none of that. And they still making the public. If you get caught with a Percocet, and if it ain't in a prescription jar with your name on it, you're going to jail. Why you ain't ask me who gave me the Percocet? Where the Percocet come from? You pull somebody over, get caught with some cocaine, where you go buy this at? Who got these? You pull me over. I don't use Percocets and shit, though. I don't with that shit. That's for the young motherfuckers. They fuck with that shit. But you pull me over and I got a Percocet, goddamn it. I'm gonna tell you, go to Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly is the biggest drug dealers in the state of Indiana. Goddamn it. Eli Lilly making all the dope. But ain't nobody going down there kicking in the door. They making all the dope. They got all the streets hooked like a motherfucker around here. They got motherfuckers running around here looking like zombies off the shit Eli Lilly making. But ain't nobody at Eli Lilly going to jail. They doing business as usual.
It's like they open up these dispensaries.
Yeah, they open up dispensaries, and then all these states that they making weed legal in, stop being stupid, people. It's fake ass weed, brother.
Exactly.
They growing weed in 30 days. That shit has no THC in it. It's all chemical. Everybody running to the dispensaries and buying all that bullshit. It's fake.
That's
it's all bullshit.
They wanted to show you that it's a drug.
It's
fake. They turned it from a herb, from a plant to a
marijuana
drug.
grows naturally. Yeah. You don't need no chemicals. You don't need no certain type of lights. You don't need no bull. You don't need none of that shit. Now they got it super grow. You can grow a whole batch in 30 days. You know, come on, bro. The THC didn't get a chance to do nothing. They know that's why the dispensary can tell you this is this and this is this. This is what they sprayed it on it. This gonna make you hungry. This gonna make you sleepy. This gonna mess with this. This gonna do this. This is a sativa. This is a this and that. All that old bullshit. And people really eating it up. Yeah, I got my weed from the dispensary, nigga. You better take that shit back. That shit is trash. And then how they gonna make the definition of a narcotic is something that has to be manufactured. I better pay attention. Now you're using a narcotic.
Exactly.
And then they saying it's legal, but you can still go to jail for it if you got too much of it. And even the dispensaries, the dispensaries can go to jail if the dispensaries get caught buying it to stock it. They can go to jail. So it ain't legal. You dig what I'm saying? But it is legal. It's God-given. And fuck, like I said, the police and whatever the fuck they talking about, because this is God-given. God gave us herb, and see, you know why they made it illegal too? Because it sparks the melatonin in the brain. And everybody don't have that melatonin. You have to be melanated to have melatonin. And that melatonin sparks your thought process. It gets your brain going. It gets your shit going. You know what I'm saying? It brings out your genius. They don't want our genius to come out. All this so-called new technology they got, this is all old technology. It came from our ancestors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just like all these things that I'm talking about right now, it don't really come from books. It's coming from my DNA, baby. My ancestors talk to me at night. I don't know about your ancestors, but when you start waking up, all type of things start coming to you. My ancestors talk to me all the time. That's how I could avoid you sucker duckers. That's how I could see who you devils coming, even if you look like me. You know what I'm saying? I see you coming. You know what I'm saying? People pick arguments with me just to see what I'm going to say. I don't got time for none of that, man. And then you got all these dummies that they quick to question everything I say. Don't question me, question the motherfucker that's doing it to you. I'm just opening up your eyes to it. You agree that you get you in this position, but you would rather question me than go and question the motherfucker that's doing it. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's the fear.
But then they get angry at me when I get to calling people stupid, when I get to calling them slaves, when I get to calling them sheep. What you get mad at me for pointing out the obvious?
Because they know they using the hurt.
Because they foot fit their shoe. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool though, you know. Like I said though, man. Do your study, man. And for all you people that go, I'm a law-abiding citizen, by the way. I do everything constitutional. And like I said, the Constitution say I have the right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. That means that I can do what the fuck I want to do, as long as I don't step on nobody's toes or damage their property in the process. And I don't do that. So I mind my business. I do what I want to do, and I stay out their way. But for some reason, every now and then, they try to jump in my way anyway, especially when I get to talking like this. See, if don't nobody know me, if people in other cities looking, in 2012, I started this, right? They labeled me a terrorist. They labeled me a terrorist. I even went to jail for 6 months on no charges. Disorderly conduct. They ended up making up disorderly conduct, but they was trying to make up all kinds of charges that they couldn't make stick. They had me on the news that I pulled up and wanted to kill police. Like, none of these things happened. But they had to make me look like the bad guy for them to do what they was going to do to me, because what they wanted to do was get everybody away from me because I was talking some good shit. You know what I'm saying? If you pay attention, they don't like people that say fight back. Like Farrakhan ain't never said fight back. That's why they've been leaving him alone for 50 years. But Malcolm X said if a motherfucker put his hands on you, that's just law of nature. Yeah. Defending yourself is law of nature. But these people say you don't have the right to defend yourself against them. And if you try to defend yourself against them, then they're gonna come with the most brutal violence they can towards you. But you know, that's all on you. If you allow that shit to happen, hey, you know, I'm not going for it no more. You got all these people running around, they got all these guns. The streets got more guns than the police. So they got all these Black Lives Rally Matters. You got all these people with these peaceful, so-called peaceful marches. How's it a peaceful march if you got signs and they got guns? This ain't no peaceful march no more. They automatically turn into something violent. You know what I'm saying? Because they would rather deal with violence than peace. You know what I'm saying? So people, we got to start paying attention, man. We just have to start opening our eyes and start dealing with the facts. Damn how you feel about this shit. Fuck what they saying. Fuck the law and everything. Like I said, just use your common sense, man. Who has the right to do whatever the fuck they want to do on this planet? And no laws apply to them, or the laws only apply to who they want them to apply to. Because they so-called got the power. They have no power. Ain't no such thing as a billionaire. Their money is fictitious. How you got all the money in the world if everything you got is stolen? So you don't have nothing. The Rothschilds, the international bankers, they stealing all the gold. If we the original people, then all this shit belongs to us.
They receiving stolen goods.
They stealing everything. They in Egypt digging up tombs of our ancestors and put it in museums and put it in their homes and decorations. That's our shit. If you go dig up a rich car, go dig up one of them dead Rothschilds or what's their name, J.P. Morgan's or one of them rich motherfuckers, dig up one of their ancestors and take the jewels off here. I bet they lock your ass up. But y'all gonna dig up one of our ancestors take everything in the tomb in the name of science, in the name of archaeology, in the name of this. Man, get the fuck out of here. Everything y'all got belongs to us. Everything. Y'all whole notion of a society belongs to us. All that ancient Egypt they talk about, do this, what's them ancient cities back in Greece and all that? Those weren't Caucasians people. Y'all better pay attention. All them beautiful cities over there in Italy, the old Venice and old Greece and old when they talk about the Troy and all them well, what's the greatest empire? They say the greatest
what is it?
Well, anyway, all of that is us. These people have never brought nothing but destruction,
like this.
destruction, chaos, death, destruction, chaos. That's all they know.
Wherever you see a pyramid, we were there.
And that's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Everywhere you see a pyramid,
they send the probes to other planets in this pyramid there. So what did that tell you, people? Like I said, we are nature's original creation. And nature didn't just create this planet. Nature created everything. It's just like when we get to talking about gods, there's no one creator. There's a people of creation. That is us. We have created it all. We've been if you look at the hieroglyphs on the Egyptian wall, when they show the UFOs coming down, that's us getting off them UFOs. There ain't no bubble-eyed, lizard people. And that's us getting off them UFOs. That's us coming from them other planets. That's us coming from the inner Earth. We coming from other galaxies. Like I was just looking at another brother on YouTube, and he was talking about the 9 realms. Like people don't think, where do you think they getting this shit from these movies? That's why it's called science fiction. The word science is the study of truth. So how can it be fiction? They put fiction in there because they embellish it a little bit, but they're telling the truth. When you talk about Asgard, the so-called Thor and all that, Thor was a real being, but he was black. The god of thunder is black, not white. You know what I'm saying? We got all these different things that are going on around us. There's real shit that we don't think is real because we uneducated. We've been disconnected from the true reality of things. You know what I'm saying? Now we go by the reality of what they say is reality. You know what I'm saying? And these people's reality is fucked up because none of it is real. Everything about these people is fake and fictitious. Everything. So once again, like I said, this ain't about hating nobody. This ain't about racism. This is about right and wrong. And these people been doing wrong for so long, it's time to set them right. And the only way we can set them right is to stop listening. And if it breaks into a fight, then so be it. But it won't have to go to a fight.
You gotta stop.
Their military is made up of us. If everybody of color call home their people, call your son that's in the Army, your daughter that's in the Navy, call your kids, tell them come on home, drop them guns and come on home. You ain't with them no more. Yeah? How you gonna go join something or use somebody's property? No, come on home. You ain't being no patriot. You ain't patriot. How you being a patriot over there killing people that ain't did nothing to you? Period. You over there killing people that did nothing to you in their country, and they the enemy if they fight you back. But you on their land trying to make them do something that they don't want to do, and if they fight you back, they are terrorists. They ISIS. Y'all make up any kind of shit y'all want to make up.
They want to make up.
Yeah, anything y'all want to make up, y'all make it up with the quickness and make them look like they just the enemy.
But that, like you said back before you get off that, the alien thing, so they just said, trying to say it's an alien UFO and all that stuff. Do y'all ever sit and wonder why they keep shooting the UFO down? It ain't just because, they look like this, just because they scared it's gonna look like us. Don't they do this to us every day? Anything we invent, they shoot it down and then they take over.
Once again, if you do the history in ancient Egypt on the hieroglyphs on the wall, why won't y'all let it land? Yeah. Why y'all keep shooting down? Like you said, why y'all keep shooting down the UFO? Let that UFO land. Let them come up off of there. Let them motherfucker tell us something. Y'all want that to happen because that'll crush y'all whole, everything y'all done break about that bullshit ass shit about Jesus and all that, which never existed, all that. But we ain't gonna get into that. That's a whole nother show. But once again, like I said, everybody, we gonna have to change this shit as soon as possible though, because These people is really, they pushing it to the limit right now. That's why they doing all this bullshit with the balloon. They trying to keep you distracted. It's a weather balloon from Japan flying over their spine. Spying on who? They ain't spying on me. They spying on you. And then they keep acting like everybody's against each other. All you people is in the same boat. Every government is the same thing.
Yeah,
they ain't at war with each other. They just all in cahoots against the people. Every last government using the people as they pawns. No.
Why they filthy?
No. And this ain't just, and this message ain't just for the United States. This is for all over the world. This is for all over the world.
Why they hold on?
You know what I'm saying? Hold on, cuz I'm doing my podcast right now. I'll be like,
yeah, why they hold on? Why they holding on to all the wealth and stuff? Why you think these people able to live longer than we all living at certain age and stuff, but they able to live on old people and stuff because they got all our resources. They got all our real natural stuff. They using all our stuff.
You got major corporations poisoning the food. Nobody's going to jail for that.
Right.
You got major corporations doing all kind of unlawful shit. These people are committing crimes against humanity. Crimes against humanity. And nobody's doing anything. Everybody's just going with the flow because they're under the impression that these people are powerful and that all they have to do is kill you. Yeah. Well, everybody dies. Once again, everybody dies. These people die too. And I guarantee you it's a person of color somewhere close to them that they trust. They can snap a finger and knock their ass off and it's done. Like these people are real vulnerable because they're cocky. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're that cocky. You know what I'm saying? That they know you ain't gonna do a goddamn thing to them. They can do whatever they want to do to you, and they know ain't nobody gonna do shit in return. But that's got to change. So, like I said, it don't have to be a violent, it don't have to resort to violence. But if it resort to violence, then so be it. But like I said, this ain't just for the United States. This is worldwide. People worldwide need to wake the fuck up and stop everything that's going on. We need to deal with more love. In case you're getting all this message wrong, all I'm trying to deal with is love. If we deal with more love and togetherness, we're gonna have more peace in the world. There is no position, there's no job occupation that you can get that puts you in authority over somebody that you got the right to do whatever you want to do to them. That's the first shit we're gonna have to deal with. Because a bully don't like to give up power. A bully don't like to give up power. A bully only can bully though if you're lying to bully. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You get tired of that bully and you punch that motherfucker back in his mouth, he gonna sit the fuck down. Especially when everybody that's backing him sit the fuck down too.
They gonna see it. Yeah. Head falling over.
Like I said, this is my second episode, everybody. I'm trying to get used to this. If you bear with me, like I said, I done jumped around a little bit on the situation today. But like I said, dealing with the Constitution and dealing with the meaning of words. When it comes to the Constitution, the fact is this. That is the law of the land. And your rights are not man-given, they're God-given. So stop begging and pleading for these motherfuckers to stop standing on your rights and start breaking their motherfucking leg to get their foot up off your motherfucking neck. Peace, and I'll motherfucking holler to the next time. Holler back at your boy.
Yeah.
One Truth Soup Cafe.